Good morning to everyone. Welcome to Global Online, and here we are back with our NTA UGC NET preparation for paper 1, that is 2023, or your upcoming examination. And as you all are aware that we are doing People Development and Environment MCQ series for paper 1. So before we go ahead, we'll quickly decide, let's understand that exactly what is the plan for the upcoming week. So we have completed with People Development and Environment and rest of the unit of MCQ series, that is teaching aptitude, research aptitude, communication, ICT. Then we have completed higher education and now People Development and Environment. From tomorrow onwards, we will be having a Maha Marathon for all the questions which we have already, taken one by one, but we will be revising it. We will be seeing the expected questions, the most, frequent questions. From tomorrow onwards, we'll be going to revise it for all the units. So we'll start with teaching aptitude, research aptitude, communication. Then we'll go with the ICT, higher education system, and people development and environment. And after that, we're also going to have a theory sessions, that is quick theory sessions before the examination to quickly revise up your topics. And one more thing that we'll be practicing is our latest 22 and 21 papers for your revision purpose. So this is all what we have the roadmap for the coming weeks. So just stay tuned, ensure that you're revising your concepts very well with the topics and getting prepared for your paper 1. Okay. As far as paper 2 is concerned, we do have study material for paper 2 with the following subjects, which is reflected on the screen. Now, these paper 2 study material will be in the form of MCQs and notes. That is, this will be available to you on the given number. You can ping us on the given number and it will be made available to you with a fees of rupees 1600. But right now we have a 30% off going on. So you will get this study material for 1120, and this off is just for 2 days. Okay, so make sure that in these 2 days you are availing the study material and getting prepared for your paper 2 along with your paper 1. So let's start with the MCQ series of paper 1, that is people development and environment. Here comes the first question. So the first question is talking about what? The first question is talking about the use, one of the anthropogenic sources of gaseous pollutants of chlorofluorocarbons in the air. So it means that anthropogenic sources, it means which is by human sources, the gaseous pollutants, that is chlorofluorocarbons in the air. Is it because of cement industry? It is because of fertilizer? Is it because of foam industry? Or is it because of pesticide industry? So the one of the sources of gaseous pollutants in the air is because of what? Maybe because of cement industry, fertilizer industry, foam industry, and pesticide industry. So what among these following is, is one of the source of gaseous pollutants, okay, that is chlorofluorocarbon in the air. So whether it is cement industry, whether it's fertilizer industry, whether it's foam industry, or whether it's pesticide industry. So let's see what answer is the first question all about. So when we talk about one of the anthropogenic sources of gaseous pollutants, okay, of chlorofluorocarbon, so it is your foam industry. Now let's have a look little bit. So chlorofluorocarbons released in the atmosphere since 1930s in the various applications like air conditioning, refrigeration, blowing agents, okay, etc. So one of these gases is, is the pollutant, is basically in the foam industry. So the right answer is foam industry for question number 1. Let's go to question number 2. Now question number 2 talks about inside rural homes. So we are talking about rural homes. The source or sources of nitrogen oxide pollution may be what? So what is the source of nitrogen oxide pollution in what? Maybe in the form of unvented gas stoves. Is it kerosene heaters or it is wood stoves? So you have option number 1, 2, 3. So whether it is what? Whether it is A, whether it's option 1 and 2 only, whether it is B, whether it is option 2 and 3 only, whether it is C, whether it is, that is option 2 only, or whether it is D, all option 1, option 2, option 3. So inside rural homes, the sources of nitrogen oxide pollution is what? Is it unvented gas stoves? Is it kerosene heaters, or is it wood stoves? So let's check with question number 2 option. So for question number 2, yes, we have all three. That is not only unvented gas stoves, we also have wood stoves as well as the kerosene heaters. They inside the rural homes, these are the sources of nitrogen oxide pollution. Okay, so unvented gases, that is gases where there is no facility of ventilation, wood stoves and the kerosene heaters. Okay, so if you can see this captures what this captures, the main sources of nitrogen oxide pollution that can be unvented gas stoves, wooden stoves and kerosene heaters. Let's come to question number 3. Now, question number 3 is, which of the following is the largest source of water pollution in the major rivers of India? So what is the source of largest source of water pollution? So is in major rivers of India. So whether it is untreated sewage, whether it is agriculture runoff, whether it is unregulated small scale industries, or whether it is religious practices. So obviously you can go with odd man out also and just decide the answer from the remaining. We are talking about what? We are talking about the largest source of water pollution in rivers of India. So whether it is untreated sewage, whether it is agriculture runoff, whether it is unregulated small scale industries, or whether it is religious practices. So which of them is one of the largest source of water pollution in rivers of India? So yes, the one of the majorest or largest source of water pollution in rivers is untreated sewage. That is 80%. It counts to 80% of the water pollution. So untreated sewage is one of the largest source of water pollution. It is also poses a lot of disease. So why it is one of the most largest? Because it consists of 80%. So yes, that is one of the largest. Okay, coming to question number 4. Now question number 4 is, which of the following renewable energy forms lead to air pollution? So we are talking about what? We are talking about the renewable energy that leads to air pollution. So air pollution, so let's see what are they. That is ocean thermal energy conservation, energy from waste, we have wind energy, as well as we have geothermal energy. So which of the following renewable energy forms leads to air pollution? So whether it is ocean thermal energy, whether it is energy from waste, whether it is wind energy, or whether it is geothermal energy. So what is the one of the renewable energy from leads to air pollution? So we have 4 options, where we have option number 1, 2 and 4. B option, that is 2 and 4. Then we have C, 1 and 2, and none of the above. So for renewable energy, which leads to air pollution? So let's see. So we have the right answer as option number 2, that is 2 and 4. So let's have a look at them. See, we are talking about what? Renewable energy. So by burning waste, we can generate energy, no doubt. When the material is mix of organic and non-organic material, it leads to what? It leads to pollution. In geothermal, the steam contains hydrogen sulfide gas, which has the odor of rotten eggs and can cause air pollution. And thus energy from waste and geothermal are, one which leads to what? It leads to air pollution. Is it clear? That is option number 2 and option number 4. Coming to next is BOD test is made for measuring which of the following pollutions. So what is that? Whether it is, sorry, question number 5, the answer is also written. Okay, no worries. We will just understand the question also. So we are talking about what? We are talking about BOD. Okay, so BOD, basically it is nothing but biochemical oxygen demand. Okay, it's basically done in order to understand which of the pollution, okay, which of the pollution it does it under helps to know. So whether it's noise, whether it is water, whether it's soil, or whether it's air pollution. So it is basically the water, because it is the amount of oxygen. It tells about the amount of oxygen which is consumed. So it is nothing but it is called as what? Water pollution. So BOD, that stands for biochemical oxygen demand, which talks about what? Which talks about the amount of what? Oxygen. Okay. Now, yes, so little bit I have, as I said, the little bit slides happened here and there. Okay, but the biochemical oxygen demand is a test to measure how much organic pollution is in the water. The lower the BOD, this is a part of one of the previous year question. The lower the BOD, the healthier will be the water. So this is BOD. That is your biochemical oxygen demand. So lower, the water is what? It is healthier. So if the BOD is higher, the water is not healthier. So it is like inverse relation which is found between both of them. Okay. Now, in the terms of contribution to the total power generation in India, identify the sequence. So whether it is thermal power plants, highest large hydro power projects, or it is a nuclear energy, or it is a renewable energy. So which includes solar energy, wind energy, biomass, and small hydropower projects. So you have to tell the contribution. So whether it's what it is by more by thermal power plants or the hydropower projects, nuclear energy or renewable energy. So let's see which stands highest. Okay, or which is the correct sequence from the below. So when we are talking about the contribution of the total power generation in India, it is basically the thermal power plants, okay, highest, followed by the renewable energy, then by the large hydropower projects, and then comes what? Then comes the nuclear energy. So we have thermal power plants, we have large hydro projects, we have nuclear energy, or we have renewable energy. Okay. Now, so let's have a look also. So thermal power plants, which is contributing 64%, renewable, which is contributing almost 21%, hydropower, which is contributing 13%, and nuclear energy, which is contributing 2%. So you need to keep this in mind. Individually also the question can come out of this in order to make you, give a part of the question. So just make the percentages of aware about it. Now, coming to question number 7, assertion and reason question. So assertion is one out of every 7 deaths in India is attributed to air pollution. So out of, the deaths in India, one of every 7 deaths in India is contributed by air pollution. The reason is particulate matter in the air contributes to the risk of developing cardiovascular and respiratory diseases. So what? Whether both are true and R is the correct explanation, both are false, or maybe both are true with no correct explanation, or one is true or one is false. So we are talking about the air pollution, which contributes to the risks of cardiovascular and respiratory disease. So let's see what is the right answer for this. So yes, when we are talking about one of the every 7 diseases in India is contributed by air is attributed to air pollution. Yes, the statement is true. The reason is because of the developing cardiovascular and respiratory diseases. So yes, the reason is also true, and the given reason is the correct explanation for the question. So yes, the assertion and reasoning stands to be true. Okay. Now, we're talking about cardiovascular diseases. These are the condition that affects the structure and the functioning of heart. So the chronic exposure to the air particles not only contributes to the risk of developing cardiovascular and respiratory disease, but also the lung cancer, which has been published by World Health Organization. So as per the India state, as per the Indian state level disease burden initiative is like 1.2 million. I mean, to say this statistics you will not get. Just for the reference, it is updated. So yes, out of one of the every 7 deaths in India, which is attributed to air pollution. So air pollution has lowered the Indian life, that is expectancy, by 1.7 years. So that is, it is reducing the life by 1.7 years. Okay. Now, going to question number 8, which of the following parameters is used to assess the quality of water for its pollution level? So the parameter used in order to assess the quality of pollution level is BOD, COD, both of this or none of the above. So what exactly is the parameter which is used to assess the quality of water. So whether it is BOD or whether it is COD or whether it is both or whether it is none of the above. So let's see, let's have a look. Okay. So we have already done BOD, that is, now we have COD, that is chemical oxygen demand. But out of this, which is the parameter which is used to assess the quality of water for its, pollution level? So yes, it is definitely both of the above. Not only BOD, that is biological oxygen, demand, but also the chemical oxygen demand. Both are the parameters which are used to assess the quality of water pollution. So yes, both of them are, the part of what the parameters which will help to assess the quality of water for its pollution level. Okay, the next is water pollution can be stopped best by what? So in order to stop the water pollution, what can be best? Okay, whether it is treating effluents to remove injurious chemicals, rearing more fishes, cultivating useful water plants, or spraying with the DDT. So basically, what can stop, what has stopped, what can be stopped by the following? The water pollution can be stopped best by what? Okay. So let's see, let's have a look. Okay. Whether it is treating effluents to remove the injurious chemical, rearing more fishes, cultivating what useful water plants, or spraying, the spraying the same with the DDT. So what exactly it is? Okay, let's see. Let's have a look. So yes, water pollution can be stopped best by treating effluents to remove the injurious chemical. So it is treatment which is helped to, to remove the injurious chemicals from the water. Okay, so that is water pollution can be stopped with the help of this treatment, that is called as treating effluents to remove injurious chemicals. Okay. So for control of water, sewage oxidation ponds or filter beds or septic tanks or decomposition, they have been developed. These oxidation ponds have a luxuriant growth of algae, and it releases O2 and anaerobic bacteria break down sewage using this O2. Okay. Yes. So now let's have a look for question number 10. So question number 10, which of the following is the secondary air pollutant? So is it suspended particle matter? Is it SO2, or it is hydrocarbons, or it is PAN, that is peroxide acyl nitrate, and ozone? So which is the secondary air pollutant? We are talking about primary and secondary. So which is the secondary air pollutant, which is basically from the following? So whether it is suspended particle matter, whether it is SO2, or whether it is hydrocarbon, or whether it is PAN. So let's see. So the one which is the one which is the secondary air pollutant, it is the peroxyl acetyl nitrate and the ozone. These are the two which comes under what? The secondary air pollutant. Okay. So let's see. Ozone, as I said, is formed when the hydrocarbon and nitrogen, okay, that is when the combination of these two, is resulting into what? It's resulting into your ozone. Now, ozone basically, it is nothing. It is a formation of hydrocarbon and the oxides of nitrogen. Okay, combination. PAN, that is peroxyl nitrate, is more stable than ozone and is present in the photochemical smoke. So secondary pollutant is the one secondary, which is not directly emitted, but forms when the other pollutant, that is primary pollutants, react with the atmosphere. So example of a secondary pollutant, you also have a questions on secondary and primary pollutants many times. So like ozone, which is formed when hydrocarbon and nitrogen oxide combines in the presence of sunlight, which is formed as nitrogen oxide, okay, in the combination of oxygen in the air, and acid rain, which is formed when sulfur dioxide or nitrogen oxides react with water. So the combination of, the combination with the formation of the primary pollutant can react and result into bringing the secondary pollutant. Okay. Now, question number 11, that's like assertion and reasoning. It talks about indoor air pollution is hazardous. That is, the reason is the dispersal of air pollutant in the air is limited in indoor environment. So whether it is true, whether it's false, whether the explanation is correct. So it is basically talking about what it is talking about, indoor air pollution. So indoor air pollution is because of the dispersal of air pollutants in the is limited rather than outdoor. So that's the reason it is causing the serious health hazard. Or what is the other reason? Or maybe the reason is not up to the mark, it's true or false. So let's see. So now indoor sources, it's adding to the wide range of pollutant, both chemically and biologically. So carbon dioxide is the most widely known indoor pollutant, okay, which is because of a well-known pollutant, that is the tobacco smoke or toxic things, which has definitely resulted into what? Into the chemical reacting with the indoor pollutants. Indoor air qualities are very broad and depend upon the containment, and this can be done by by the symptoms, and it can be can be symptoms of allergy, stress, cold, and influenza. The dispersal of air pollutants is rather limited in indoor environment. Okay, the life in the life environment, it plays a significant role by smoking and cooking, and followed by heating systems, cleaning, suspension, due to the presence of humans. So yes, when I say about second-hand smoke, it is with the help of lot of things like heating the tobacco, cigarette, cigar pipe, hookah, or electronic gadgets, where definitely the smoke stays in carpets, walls, furniture, and resulting into what? Resulting into the air pollution, and causing can cause into definitely a lot of hazardous things, and even the diseases. So yes, when we say indoor pollutant is serious health hazard, yes, we have just seen the explanation, and the dispersal of air pollutant is limited in the indoor environment, and hence it becomes one of the serious hazard. Question number 12, exposure to noise pollution can cause what? So noise pollution can result into what? Weakening the human system, sleeplessness, speech interference, or blood pressure increase, or the threshold of hearing, or the respiratory problem. So what does noise pollution result into? Many times in previous year question paper, this also came with, your match the following, all those. So exposure to noise pollution can result into what? Lot of disturbance, but the basic will be definitely sleeplessness, the speech interference, okay. Then we had increase in blood pressure, as well as shift in threshold of hearing. So these are basically the symptoms which are out of noise pollution. Now, according to noise pollution rule, that is 2000, the night standard time. So this was even recently seen, this question from 2019 also. What is the standard time, whether it is 55 decibel, 50, 45, or 40? So which is the standard time, as per the noise pollution rules? So yes, we have a standard time limits, okay, that is the day limits as well as night limits, industrial area, commercial area, residential area, silent zone. So these are the limits, okay. So yes, when we talk about the night time, the limits are 40 decibel, okay. Yes, coming to next is your climate has an implication for what? Soil moisture, or forest fires, or biodiversity, or groundwater. So the climate change has implication on what of the following? So whether it is soil moisture, forest fires, biodiversity, or groundwater. So yes, from the list, it is soil moisture, forest fires, and biodiversity. Okay. Coming to the next question, that is, which of the following is not covered under the 8 missions as per the climate action plan of Government of India? So which is not under, the climate plan, action plan for Government of India, whether it is solar power, waste to the energy resources, afforestation, or nuclear energy. Which of them stands to be, not a part of climate action plan? So yes, the one which is not a part of climate action plan is the nuclear energy. So we have a list we have done in the last week also. We have solar mission, energy, we have sustainable habitat, water mission, Himalayan ecosystem, green India, sustainable agriculture, or strategic knowledge for climate. So these are also the odd man is nuclear energy. Okay. So that's all for this Thank you very much. So we have the next set, and as I told you, what is the schedule for tomorrow onwards, Mahamarathon, which we'll be doing. Okay, thank you everyone. Yeah.